You want a traditional type of relationship. There is no such thing as friends with benefits. I have heard enough.
It's Asha, Christina. Nice to meet you.
This is Quality Queen Control.
Women that date indecisively, they're coming from a place of like, oh, does he like me? Like, I just want to be liked. Like, so they play follow the leader. Yes, whatever you want to do. Because like, I mean, I don't want to be too much because, and this is the thing too, like when you eroded your own boundaries or you, whatever is going on in your, attachment style, you tend to think, okay, like you're molding yourself into whatever it is that this guy wants and you're trying to fit the mold of all these different things. What about what it is that you want? Because when you started this, you wanted to be in a relationship. Now you are busting it open on a Wednesday for this guy and he's not taking you that serious, but hey, maybe sometimes you go out on a couple dates. Maybe sometimes you get to, I guess you're at his place or something like that. Okay. And now you turn around and you're confused. Now you're confused. Why are you confused? What did you do in the beginning? What did you show him in the beginning? What did he show you? Not tell you. What were you showing each other? So to you, a woman that's going to be indecisive in the mind of someone like that, with men, happiness is something that has to be earned by them. You have to earn his loyalty before a commitment is made. Like I got to prove to him that like I'm worthy of a commitment. Yeah, you know what? Get off. Wrong channel. No. We don't think like that here. I got to make sure that I got to give him a reason to, no, I'm not playing those games. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. This is why you're getting taken advantage of time and time and time again because of that mentality. So when your feelings get hurt and you're thinking, oh, I don't care about him anymore. And then here you go putting your clown makeup on because this is exactly how the scenario is going to go. And I'm going to read this actually verbatim because I like the way GL Lambert gave this little scenario. So if let's say a guy goes, oh, I'm down with you. I'm paraphrasing. I'm just doing me right now. And then let's say you're like, oh, I'm not looking for a man. So like, it's not even that big of a deal. So a guy's like, cool. 2 months later, here you go. Hey, so I want to talk to you. I just want to know, like, what are we doing? Like, what's up with us? And then here goes the guy. What do you mean? What's up with us? Here you go. What do you mean? What do I mean? You know what? Forget you. I'm done. Then you walk out. You spend all night listening to Janae Aiko back on my, BS. And you convince yourself that you're done with love and like, you're just going to be a savage now. Like, you don't even know, like, he doesn't know who you are. You're a queen. Like, and the next morning, he still hasn't texted you. He has left you where he had you messed up at. And then you text him, do you still want me to come over tonight? And he's like, I don't care. Yeah, like you can come through. Ladies, does that sound familiar to you? And that's how easy it is to keep a woman hooked. That's just how easy it is. What are we taking from this here? Why would a guy give up? It's like the question we like asking ourselves is why are guys even in situationships? Why not? The question actually is why not? Why not have a girl that's going to care for you just like a girlfriend? You don't have to commit to her. You can still do whatever you want because hey, worst case scenario, you actually get caught. Your argument is you're not my girlfriend. By the time you say that to her, her feelings are so invested that it's like, it doesn't even matter because now she's fighting for your affection. But at the same time, you're feeling like blindsided by what never was really there and blindsided by the reality of what actually is. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, how you get yourself into a situationship. That's how you find yourself on this hook and reel where you're just it's this back and forth. Now you're trying to prove to him that you don't care, but you really do care. And you're just confused. You're feeling like, how can I not like him? He was doing things that even my boyfriends wouldn't do. Yeah, because he was trying to prove something to you. And it was all just out of ego. Men are very ego driven. They really are. But what standard did you set in the beginning? I'm going to ask you this question again. What did he show you? What did you show him? Okay. think about this when you're into your next not situations, relationships. Being exclusive but not official as a woman is way more fun than a one night stand for men, because you can train that woman, you can get the commitment from her, like I said, and it prevents you from having to go after a new woman because you have something a little bit consistent right now, and you can kind of play, the house game, the boyfriend girlfriend thing for a little bit, but also you get the luxury as a man of actually not having to commit to that. To go out and find new prospects, it can be a little exhausting, maybe for men. Some men just like, it's nice to settle. For women, it's like nice to settle into a relationship. I don't mean like don't settle. I mean like be with someone. And for men, it's nice to have someone. It's nice to have a warm body to be next to, isn't it? Huh, I bet. See, the difference between a woman that has maybe a roster and a guy that has a roster is that the guy is more than likely sleeping with the entire section of women, okay? A woman isn't, okay? That's the thing. You're not doing that. At the end of the day, we know how guys can be. I'm not trying to bash them. This is just fact. That's all I'm saying. So when you're over there and you're now all of a sudden you want to be serious and you want to talk about your feelings and you're feeling blindsided, you don't understand. Like, this is the thing. We place significance on things that to men doesn't really mean much. He took you out to dinner a couple times. He took you out to a nice like steakhouse. He took you out to, he took you to the park a couple times. You guys went hiking and talked about your futures. He was talking about his future, but it didn't mean that he was talking about it with you. And you're sitting here thinking, well, why would he bring it up if he had no intention of like being with me? Because it was a conversation. Yeah, babe, it was a conversation. So here's the reality. And this is what I love. And I want to quote this verbatim. You've been with this guy. It's been 3 weeks. Okay. You really like him. You sleep over his place. You know what happens. Ladies, keep it locked, please. Now, you're waiting to see how he changes. I want to see, is he going to do the whole, I'm going to walk away immediately? Enough. Guys, after a certain age, are no longer doing the whole walk away thing anymore. That's why we get stuck in these situationships, because they are no longer literally getting with you one time and literally leaving. Why? Because of what I just said. Why not have something that's going to be consistent that you don't necessarily have to commit to? He didn't even have to commit to you. He didn't even get what he got out of you. Do you understand how we're working backwards here? So he doesn't change his mind about seeing you. He's still seeing you. Everything feels normal. So he sees you, he's sleeping with you, but you can't call him anything other than your friend. The reality is, babe, your friend has other friends. Your friend has other friends, and you can't say anything about it. So maybe you want to date other guys too, but you're not like with them. You know what I mean? Like, you're not, like I said before, guys are sleeping with their entire roster. You're not going to do that. You should not be doing that. So now you're just upset. Now the paranoia is kicking in and you're just like exclusively giving yourself to somebody that is literally giving that same situation to all of his friends list. Now, obviously, you're going to feel a certain type of way because you're sitting here being exclusive. Here you go. To somebody that is not exclusive to you. So it's like, why stay in these types of situations? Well, because now your emotions are involved. And that's where we get caught up. Like I said, a lot of us stay in these types of situations. It doesn't matter what this man has, okay? Some woman's argument is, I'm with him because he has this and he has that. And there are other women, whatever your reason is, let me tell you why you're not leaving. One word. Hope. You're not leaving because of hope. You've invested your time, your body, whether it was your intention or not. You don't want to go backtrack. You don't want to start over. All right. So if this guy is going to be your friend, you're going to think maybe he's obviously good enough to be my boyfriend. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, my thing is, it's disrespectful of him to not even realize that, like, how good I am. And you mean to tell me that you don't want to be with this? How have you not made that decision already? I literally gave you everything. And you're telling me that it hasn't crossed your mind. You haven't thought about wanting to be with me by any chance. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Yeah, I know how it is that we think. And this is the reality. Majority of women, they go back and forth to the same 2-3 people from their 20s to their 30s. That's just like fact. And they recycle people that they think make them happy. This is what we do as women. So all this time that we are being given on this earth, all these lessons that we are learning, and we still choose, some of us, to make the same mistakes with men. It's called insanity. It's called insanity. I don't believe in, nor will I ever believe in, casual, you know what? That is an absolute no in my book. It does not work. It is draining for many reasons. It goes against what I believe in personally. And I just don't condone something like that, because the only person that loses is you. Buy the cow if you're going to get the milk for free. It's just basic science. It's basic math. We all know 1 + 1 = 2. So if you are finding yourself to be one of those people where you are craving like physical affection and all these different things, I really urge you to consider, one, what you're willing to compromise on in order to even achieve this type of goal. I think as a woman, when you are doing feminine activities, you're in your femininity. I'm not saying that eradicates any sort of, I guess, desire that you would have, but it certainly wouldn't be your central focus. That's men's central focus. Let them worry about that. When you're fulfilled by your friends and things like that, you view companionship differently. It's not this itch you need to scratch. I gotta have someone tonight. Okay, like no, that's not. You need to check that out. I'm just saying, maybe controversial to say, but I really do think that that's something that needs to be checked out, because I think that when you are fulfilled in your life in a certain way, you are going to be more delicate with the process, because why are we rushing forever?